Okay, here's another automatic motion movie made by me. I'm in Eileen, the cameravan. It's ticking on Monday morning. It's probably about 4:30 or 5 a.m. I think the last time I went to bed was sometime on Friday. I should really be sleeping. There's so many things I should be doing. There's so many things I should have done. There's so many things I should do. And then I find myself doing this instead. Well, I never. Well, I never. Wow. Reclaim love. Release the peace. It's an event organised by a dear friend of mine, Venus, to highlight the pointlessness in capitalist greed, and to say we should all love each other every day, not just for one day, but every day, always, unconditionally. You don't have to buy flowers to declare your love for somebody, a paper card to say that you love them. The flowers that you buy are causing cancer and death and destruction where they're grown around the planet. The cards, you all know what the tree is. Anyway, here we are. I thought I'd give you a little look of. This is how Eileen is in the still of the night. There'll be a train at some point soon. It'll go. And then there'll be another one, and that'll go. Very peaceful space is Eileen. My friend Eve noted years ago with the number plate TCR34IT. She saw it spell out the word or the phrase to care. And Eileen is a sanctuary. I'm really hoping to see some of Maddie's beautiful stained glass windows in here soon. The slides that I've collected turn into windows too. And the lenses added. So much to do. I thought I'd play you a song anyway. Just because I feel like playing a song. And because when I played this song the other day, I played it how I'd never played it before. And I thought, oh, I'm going to come and see how it is to play it like that way I've never done before. Let's see if I can do that way again. So let's see. Shall we? I've not slept for 2 days. I'm clearly in my pyjamas. Even though they're not pyjamas. I think it's quite obvious now that I don't necessarily do what I should do. I do what I do instead. Let's see how it goes. I live a very lucky life. For I have such many great family friends all around me who love me through the strife. But I know there's a deep sense of sorrow emanating through my songs. Oh, but this pain is not what's within me. It's just a reflection of the too many wrongs carried out by those above who rule us, dictating the systems and structures that we live under, misleading us up the wrong garden path and expecting us to conform and soldier on. So come, cold rain and thunder from my cloud, so ready to burst. For I feel the social storm that's been brewing out for far too long this time, for Mother Nature's children to be heard. Please don't get me wrong, I'm an artist. I see beauty all around me. Life's potential and sheer utter brilliance, but I can't deny or ignore the despair that's eating you and me. People keep telling me to straighten my ways, pull up my socks, take responsibility, get a grip, learn to keep a stiff upper lip. They've got their dignity and they've earned their respect by fitting in and doing their jobs and trying their best. It makes them the voice of reason. I should take heed and listen, but you know I don't like what I hear. So come the cold rain, thunder from my cloud is so ready to burn. I feel the social storm that's been brewing for far too long. It's time for Mother Nature's children to be heard. Likewise, I am trying to, and I like mostly what I see. This life I am living, but I hate the bureaucracy of being me. Can kind of get away with making loud noise at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning because I'm in my van under a bridge. I don't know how much the neighbours can hear. I've never been outside. It's impossible for me to tell. I think I can hear more of the outside than what going out there. I haven't got a clue though. I'm sure I'll find out one day. It's an interesting thing about what we realise we're actually aware of, what we know. We, this white pretty girl should be doing well, should be married, should have some kids, should have a career, a mortgage, Audi, yeah, I could get an Audi. Why? To go places. Why? To work. Why? To buy something. Why? Why? If you want to. If you have to. I mean, you could just lay still and do some gentle yoga exercises every day. That would be quite fine. I'm going to guide you around the van as I'm talking. Don't look at my boring face for too long. Have a little look. It's a bit of a sarcophagus. It turned into my teenage kind of like bedroom. When I got Eileen, she was all brown inside. I had to get a shot of that. And I know that the general rule of dark rooms is that they're dark, and well, I painted her white, and you can actually take and produce very good pinhole photographs in here, even though she's white. So, according to the rule books, a dark room has to be dark. It can actually be white. It's alright. And there can actually be light that comes into it. It's alright. There's mid-grey. Funnily enough, at 18%, according to Ansel Adams, one of my favourite photographers, old school American dude. 18. Of course, it adds up to the number 9. That notion of abuse. What's it all about? Anyway, I don't really quite know what my point is here, other than to let you know what it's like in here, I guess. I've got about 9 days left on my Indiegogo campaign. I'm absolutely exhausted. I just spent last night writing a few letters. Oh yeah, I was going to read the letters to you in a minute. Of influential people. Everything really. Oh, do you want to have a look at the ceiling? Because there is a ceiling. That's my moon map. Calendar rather. A beautiful thing. Oh, actually going upside down. December. We are here. December the 2nd. Monday. New moon. This is handy. On January the 1st is also a new moon. A full moon? A new moon? A full moon? It is handy. This makes a change. Yes. To actually start the year on a new moon. That's quite coincidental timing, that actually. I like it. Boom. I like the moon. You may have noticed that before. This van, this Indiegogo campaign, £9.5 grand. I know you all think I'm off my trolley. I am off my trolley, but I don't actually have a trolley. I want to do it well. You know, if I said, please can I have £2,000, and then I'd spend the next 7 months eating next to nothing, doing everything shoddily as I have been for the past few years. I just want to do it well. I meant to say there, clean, crisp, and able. That's why I was asking for so much, just to get it out. I've got this beautiful burner. Get a bit of light down there. Oh, a bit too much. It looks just like the van from the outside. Beautiful. Got it from a French guy. My dad helped me install it, and JD. My dad helped with all of the major cutting bits. It was quite hardcore. It was good fun. And then JD with the chimney stack. Over in the corner, you can't really see it, but down there somewhere is a big tent. Not a tent, a sink. It's a sink. That should be the wet corner one day. And a shower. It would be nice to, keep myself clean as well, is to take big photographs. To get a big bit of photographic paper is a lot of money. Photographic paper is a lot of money. Photography is a lot of money. It's a lot of silver. It's a lot of other chemicals. And I use them quite, it's almost why I stopped taking photos, because I didn't want to be using any of the chemicals. But I guess my little trace is just a little trace. It's not like I am a massive chemical abuser other than that substance there. Yeah, that legal one. Everyone says stop, Karen, stop. But I think it's all just part of a big experiment, But we are part of a big experiment. Life is a big experiment. And let us observe rather than judge. There's a dark corner. I love it. So one day, I think it was in 2006 or 7, so after I got the stone, a lot of words just came spewing out of me. They'd never been there before. Well, I guess they'd been somewhere, but it all kind of released. A lot of words. Do you want to hear these letters I've been writing? Because for me to get on with Eileen the Cameravan and to take some spectacular photographs wherever we are. Ideally, the dream really is a flatbed barge with Eileen on top and covered in a glass canopy, slowly rotating in the River Thames, around about the middle of St Paul's Cathedral and the Tate Modern. I think that'd be great. Just round and round she goes. The all-seeing eye. And I think it might happen, because at the moment there's a little over 35,000 miles on the clock. And I was figuring a couple of hours or a few hours ago, yeah, if I go for a token drive around the UK or something, nice like that, or to Folkestone or somewhere, I don't know, I'll have to check the mileage. But it would be quite funny to rest her at 36,000 miles. That would make me smile lots, because it adds up to the number 9. The number 9. Eileen the Cameravan, SE8, United Kingdom. Saturday 30th November, Sunday 1st December 2013. did this year go? I swear if time goes any faster, it's going to disappear. Dear Queen Elizabeth II, Your Royal Highness, because I knew I had to finish it here within this campaign, because I have to finish it in order to move on. It's been going on for far too long now. Anyway, dear Liz, please find enclosed my creativity pack and a copy of the letter I've sent along to 4 more people too. It's all to do with a long-running art project I've been involved with for half of my life now. I did make you a gift out of discarded Royal Mail rubber bands, but decided to give it to my mobile home, Eileen the Cameravan, instead. There's a mini flat pack pinhole version included in your pack, as are the instructions for use also. I do hope you like it and understand that this is not a negative personal attack at you, but a positive political action towards peace and equality. I completely respect and understand that you were the world's most photographed lady and, of course, loved and admired by thousands of people. You remind me so much of my dad's mother, Doris, my Nan Ducks, who died of dementia last year, around this time in fact. I also know from extended real life experience that thousands of people just like me really do not get or appreciate the many false standards that you stand to represent, and thus impose extreme and unnecessary poverty and inequality amongst the masses. Too many people have already suffered and died as a result of cruel war and capitalist industry, and hopefully this is now going to stop. I'd like to have a cup of tea with you one day if you care to. Yours sincerely, Karen Joanne Barnes. So that's for the Queen. Because, yeah, I kind of like the rubber band piece. It's going to fit really well on the back window. I never meant it for Eileen, but I just kind of thought, is the Queen really going to... I don't know. Is she going to appreciate it? There's no point giving a gift if it's not appreciated, is it? Who else have we got here? Let's have a look. Yeah, this one. This one's next. Eileen the Cameravan, SE8, UK. Saturday, 30th of November to Sunday, 1st of December 2013. That's the reason why I've not been asleep for the past couple of days. Dear Dave, I do hope you don't mind me being so personal, but this is political, right? I'm sure you're incredibly busy already reading the hundreds of letters that have recently been posted to you following a Facebook initiative inspired by Keith Ordinary Guy, Garner Keist, and Tony Fox, called 1,000 Letters or More to Number 10. I believe the name's just been changed, something to do with Christmas, but you know it. A great idea, and one of many by us, the masses. Anyway, I'll keep this short, as I'm rather enjoying watching Alice's Restaurant with Arlo Guthrie. I highly recommend it. I do hope you like the creativity pack I've enclosed also. Follow the links for further information. I'm sure you'll find time in the near future to do so. PTO. As for the details, they're soon to follow, but the bottom line is, enough is enough. Everything must go. Everything, as in you and your right-wing cronies, for it's time for you to quickly and quietly walk away and let us peaceful people deal with the politics of our beautiful country and planet also. I'm sure you'll learn to fit in and enjoy yourself one day, if you don't mind getting your hands dirty and actually doing something, that is. Anyway, I've got my work cut out for me, getting Eileen the cameravan back on the road again, and the Billy Rose Little Miracles Fund, with a special day planned on the 14th of December. So tra for now. Yours sincerely, Karen Joanne Barnes, KJP, the Arm 909. P.S. Did you get the postcard I sent you in 2011? And then I went on, P.P.S. There is just one more thing I thought of before I post this. And that's a lot of people judge me negatively because I live in a van, have a very low income, and am also known to take drugs at times. Aspects you deem to be illegal and immoral. Well, I've realised that in the grand scheme of things, my actions are a mere drop in the ocean. Ooh, I've spotted a mistake there. I've put a drop in the object. Interesting. Object, ocean. There's the train. In comparison to the many hardcore atrocities that you currently stand accountable for. There's the train pass. We do this paragraph again just to make sure it goes in properly. Well, I've realised, in the grand scheme of things, my actions are a mere drop in the ocean in comparison to the many hardcore atrocities that you currently stand accountable for. I mean, what is worse really? The drug ketamine or the war that it was developed for, Vietnam? Talking of which, have you seen Blow Up before? It's a 1960s cult classic by Michelangelo Antonioni. It's a solo to watch, so to speak, but I love it. I hope you do too. PTO. Just in case you didn't receive the postcard I sent to you, and every other member of the House of Lords and Commons too, I've included another one in your creativity pack. You should consider yourself lucky, as they're quite a collector's piece by now, what with me having spread my arse in the name of peace for the past 5 years, which is all part of an 18-year project known as Everything Really. I'm quite sure they'll be worth more than money one fine day. Toodaloo, cheerio. I do hope to meet you soon for a cup of tea and a formal handshake. That's right, I missed out the A there as well. 2 errors. Object, ocean, and A missing. Anyway, that's the letter for Dave. That was for the Queen. Who else? Well, letter number 3. Letter number 3 was for my dear friend who helped me along the way and actually franked the postcards for me. I was going to keep it secret, but it's not a secret. There's no secrets anymore. That's why I've been on this transparent journey for the past few years. Eileen the Cameravan, SE8, UK. Sunday the 1st of December 2013, 4:45 AM. So that was this time yesterday morning, 24 hours ago. Dearest John, 25 hours ago, I'm guessing it's 5:30 now. I really hope you're keeping well. I heard from Eric and Michelle that you've been a little under the weather lately, and pray with peace till it passes. I'm sure you'll love the creativity pack I've included. I've just written to the Queen and Prime Minister, and I have 2 more letters left to write for Yellow and Red Leaders too. I'm right at the end of watching Alice's Restaurant. What a brilliant film. I can't believe, well I can really, that I haven't seen it before. Sending you Eternal thanks for your support with everything, really. I couldn't have completed this 18-year project without you. BTO. Will you be at Sunrise this year? With any luck, I'll make it there again with Eileen, the cameravan, back on the road again. I'm busy now with another crowdfund campaign for some really special friends of mine. The Billy Rose Little Miracles Fund. It looks set to be spectacular, and I'm really looking forward to the new year and beyond. Kindest thanks to you once more. Deepest respect and eternal love, peace and gratitude. Yours faithfully, Karen Joanne Barnes. The KJB, the Arm 909. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Finished at 5:01 AM. And I had to change the schedule because there's only a few packs left. I decided to fuck off the Labour Party in the end. Yeah. Anyway, next letter, Sunday, most definitely Sunday at this point. Dear Mr. Clegg, I hope you don't mind me calling you Nick, seeing as the political is becoming so very personal these days, as it has always been regardless of what we are led to believe. Please excuse my errors, but I've been up all night working, rounding off an 18-year project of mine, everything really. I'm guessing you've seen my arse before, as the Met informed me a couple of years back that it had caused a great deal of mental deliberation amongst the House of Commons and Lords too. In fact, most especially amongst the Lords. Funny that. Anyway, I hope you like the enclosed creativity pack and make the most of the blunt, environmentally friendly, rubber-tipped pencil included too. There's even a couple of sheets of blank paper to get you started and help ends meet if need be. Well done on your efforts, and here's to a happy future and the age of Aquarius. Do you like astrology? There's a lot to learn there. I have you know, if you don't already, do so, that is. Perhaps we'll meet someday. Then again, perhaps not. Whoever knows? Yours sincerely, Karen Joanne Barnes, KJB, the Arm 909. And the final one, this could have gone to the Labour Party, but I fucked them off. I think that's fair enough, because I think the Labour Party has fucked a few of us off. Eileen the Cameravan, SE8, UK, Sunday the 1st of December 2013. Dear President of the US of A. Hi, Mr. Barack Obama. I'm watching The Day John Lennon Died, 2010. As I'm writing this letter to you, that was one sentence. The film was made in 2010. The Day John Lennon Died. That day, the 8th of December 1980, marks one of my earliest memories. There's a star there because I forget to put something in and I add it soon. Let's see what happens. The other two are of my basic pushchair breaking on Dover Road in my hometown Folkestone, Kent, in England, and when I was ill in bed one day with whooping cough and the doorbell rang. I hid under my covers thinking it was the doctor again, when in fact it was Mum's friend Lynn with a bottle of Lucozade for me. That illness killed me a few times over, but with love I survived. PTM. I was 3 2/3 old at that time, and by the age of 4 the doctors told my folks to forget about me, as I'd never walk or talk again. Visit me on a Sunday once a month or two, if they could be asked. Fortunately for me, they loved me too much, as they still do now, and told the doctors no. With their love, encouragement and creativity, I've turned out okay. Admittedly a little naughty, but nothing in comparison to the 1% of this world. I had made you a gift out of 2 used sheets of Daily Board. I saved in 1995 called Illuminating Education from the Inside Out. I have done my lines now. Part of the original piece, in fact. It was the original piece. An 18-year art project of mine dealing with the personal is political, known as Everything Really. However, I had a change of plan and delivered it to my dear friend and astrologer Eric Francis Coppolino of Planet Waves. I'm sure you've heard of him already. Anyhow, enough of my idle chit-chat. The documentary's over in 15 minutes, and I've so much great work to get on with, and haven't been to sleep yet, and it's now 9:09 AM GMT. I remember watching the news on TV and seeing the crowds of mourners and knowing something really dreadful had happened. There's been far too many of these moments, wouldn't you agree? Well done for all of your historical efforts. It's just such a shame about that awful bohemian web that you're so entrenched within. Still, good on you for trying and raising the hopes of so many. I do hope you like the creativity pack I've enclosed as a consolation gift. I think it's great. How about you? Please do let me know. Talking of knowing, I had the pleasure of meeting Washington DC ex-Congressman Morris H. Lee when I was across the pond this year. PTO. What a lovely gentleman. He kindly brought me breakfast in Dominic's Cafe at Dreamweavers in Kingston. Such a fascinating town with the age-old history of the Senate and wonderful vibes around the Rondout area, and especially the Rondout Music Lounge. I shared a few songs there, and I do hope to return someday soon. I had such a great time whilst I was visiting on 2 separate occasions this year. The only things I didn't like were the excessive amount of chase banks on almost every street corner in New NYC, and the knowledge that anyone could be carrying a gun. That's somewhat unnerving to say the least. However, I found Luxor on West Broadway and many other fabulous people and places too. Mustache, I'm at the end of this sheet of paper and documentary too. Yours sincerely, Cameravan, the Arm 909. I am very tired. Here's the other letter that's going in each of the creativity packs. I'll read it to you. Seeing as we're here. Care of the Bird's Nest, 32 Deptford Church Street, London, SE84RZ, UK. I don't actually live in the pub, but I kind of do. And the pub's got a very interesting history, as has Deptford. Dear ... I've just got to fill these out before I post them today. My name is Karen Joanne Barnes, otherwise known as the Arm 909. I'm an artist and thought I'd write to formally introduce myself to you, as perhaps you've seen ER My Arse before. Please follow the links, and I do hope to meet you soon to discuss the age of Aquarius and whatnot. Go to hardwork.blogspot.co.uk. That's pointless going there, it doesn't exist anymore. www.armed.rub.fm. I think that's still up and running. There's a little bit of miscommunication between me and Rob at the moment, but you never know what's going on there. You could try youtube.com/thearm909. That's definitely there. Mine is the shower scene. You could go to soundcloud.com/Karen-Barnes-2. You can go to vimeo.com/7313631. I suggest you also buy the album my dear friend Sarah Bear made, Doodles. Is online too. Maybe this comes as a surprise to you, But my friends and I are about to take over the world, which means you will all have to take up gardening or something of the like. In the meantime, I do hope you enjoy my work. Yours sincerely, and I've crossed that out faithfully, the KJB. As for the packs, what's in the packs? It's just a pack. There's an Eileen, the pinhole Cameravan. These are fantastic. I designed these when I worked for the Tape Modern in 2007. Tested them the day of the event. It seemed pointless testing them 2 days before the event, because I thought, well, if they don't work, I'm not going to be able to do anything to make them better. But they work perfectly. They're great. So you've got one of those, and I've even put the pinhole in for you. The harder job is done. You've got the instructions, even though you shouldn't need them, but you never know. Bit of silver paper. I was going to write you a party invite, but well, yeah, maybe I will. There's a troubleshooting sheet. We could have a party. I'd be up for a party. Picture Palestine. A very weird incident. Some slides I came across on eBay about Palestine. Palestine, Israel, Palestine. Borders, control. Time to go. Oh, funnily enough, here on my arse. Enough is enough. Everything must go. Some flyers. That's the first mass movement for peace. That was on the 7th of October. There's a postcard. You're very lucky to get such a pristine postcard. Oh, revolution, note you love her. My arse. Revolution, note you love her. Revolution, note you love her. My arse. Planet waves. There's a drawing card there. Alice, my friend, she's very good at drawing. Just suggest you get creative. The Bimberlin, my friends, we're great. It's also sustainable, environmentally friendly. We don't want nuclear energy. We don't have to overuse coal or gas or oil anymore, because we've got much better ways to do things. So many people. There's an early show I had in the Atrium Gallery that was called Scapegoat. There's a random bit of a poster that was not a poster nor a flyer. Another bit of a scapegoat. That was Mia. She helped collect a lot of the bands. She reminded me of one of the characters in the film I watched yesterday. It was a sand column I made on Folkestone Beach. Building columns, watching them go into the sea. That was the first ever event I put on, ever, Stamp Duty. That was for the release of my first film, the one on Vimeo. A lovely birthday card. I got a box of those from a squat up in Hackney. Patch gave them to me a couple of years ago. I love that picture. And Jade, who lives in a house up here, that's her. It's quite insane. It says inside, to wish you a very happy birthday. A random picture of Eileen's engine. A leaflet about Gary Critchley. Gary, you're coming out any day soon. He's been in prison for half of my life for something he didn't do. And I think that the population worldwide for prison, I'm sure, is probably about 80% people are innocent. Get a grip. Let's really think about who the criminals are. I have to decide what to do with them. I suggested everyone go and hang out in the Vatican, and we just chain you in there and turn off the electricity and see if you work out how to grow your own tomatoes, how long you live for. But because I'm a nice person, I just let you be. Just repatriate yourselves, but you've got to get busy. Everyone's got to do something. Because there's not going to be a welfare state, there's not going to be a healthcare state, there's not going to be a bank state, there's not going to be any of it. This is going to be anarchy, this is going to be you and me, all creating our own economy and our own way of life, taking care, making sure that all the vital parts of life that have to keep going. But if they don't, then they don't. You know? We've got to watch out. Everyone has now learned to be spatially aware, to be emotionally aware, to be physically aware, to be sexually aware. If a lady says, do not touch me, then you do not touch her. If a man says, do not touch me, then you do not touch him. If a child says, do not touch me, then you do not touch him. But there's no tantrums. There's no need for getting all aggressive and hepped up about things. Calm, meditation, politeness, friendliness, and no need to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Death is nothing to be afraid of. Life is nothing to be afraid of. Everyone, we're going to have to do some serious hypnotherapy, some sound rhythm. But I think that once everyone's dancing and realising that life is thoroughly enjoyable without all of this unnecessary, nitty-gritty, cruel war and industry, and it's just back to calm, caring, kind, creativity, we should all get along just fine, I reckon. If you like living somewhere warm, go find yourself somewhere warm to live. If you like it here with the changing seasons, hang out here. If you want to be by the sea, why don't you go be by the sea? It's up to you. It's not up to me. I'm just doing my job. I'm an artist. I want to swim more and make art and be happy, be peaceful. I think you're probably thinking, this lady is not I am. Yep, I blame it on my mum and dad. They made me that man. Absolutely. My big skin. But yeah, it's quite calm in here. Yeah. A lot to do. A lot to do. Water system to fit. Engine needs to be just good old service. Radiator. Oh, even without that silly LEZ filter, which will cost a bomb and is complete bollocks. Backwards mentality makes absolutely no sense. Our mileage is just so low. So I'm quite a stationary person, really. Oh, yeah, the van rocking. Yeah. Yep, so I've probably been going on for far too long now. Let's have a look. What have we got? 49.08. Let's do it.